Hi guys, I'm back for I just like to torture myself. What can I say? But I know I failed, but there was some stuff going on behind the scenes that we wasn't particular. There were some particular things that could have been, should have been, I haven't got the full answers of it, but I read the cards a little bit. I got a bit out of sight of the mind. So I'm going to I've tweaked a little bit of the spread. This is all great practice for me, you know. And Sarah, she said this. She feels that this is going to be a good one. So I'm hoping, for Sarah's sake and Ken's sake, that I've actually cracked a spread out, and I'm going to give that insight. Right. Okay. So we've got for May the 31st. I think the kickoff starts at 8 p.m. I will be doing a podcast, so I won't be around. But I thought, let's try it and see. The only way, you can't give up. Like our players, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep striving, and gotta keep trying. So I'm gonna keep striving, trying, come on my journey to see how we can predict the tarot, how I can automate this here. So Paris and Saint Germany, or Inter Milan. We got the Four of Wands as a flyer. We'll look at that in a minute. Not seeing that as an obstacle, but an overall. Right, okay. So for the first half of Paris Saint Germain, how is it looking for them? This is the vibe we got. This is the vibe. So here we go, Ken. I'm here again, laying my cards on the table. There we go. No friggin' way. Right. Oh, there's my camera there. Everything's been moved around because I've had to. So there we go. We got the star card. Now remember, Man United had this star card in the first half. So I've done a little bit of research, and I mean, it is a hope card, so it's not necessarily an outcome, right? So there's hope for Paris is really hoping that they're gonna get their goal. They're gonna get the booby out, So the star card is an hopeful. So their energy is like they're looking to win. Obviously, I know that's obvious. But come on, bear with me. It's the cards I'm throwing down. Inter Milan, right? Inter Milan. Let's see. Now, the last reading I done, I had the 10 of Pentacles, which I should have, in hindsight, looked at it as a secure position. But here we go. Game over. Oh. 5 of Swords. Ooh, there's a bit of tough battle going there. Looks a bit of a tough one. Game over. Play again, yes or no. That's the first half. So what is going to happen with the... See, 5 of Swords in a reading represents kickoffs. Right? Kickoffs. So meaning like someone's playing dirty, or, being, being crafty, sly, sneaky, although that's the 7 of Swords, but this is like a fight, going in for the fight. They're going into, obviously they're going to go, so this put it in a natural sense, they're going into it to win it against all odds. They're in to win it, no questions asked, right? This is like, they've got kind of like, they're really in a strong masculine energy, right? But this can sometimes recognizing of defeat as well. So are they playing a little dangerous game to get defeated, the defeat? Or will they be defeated? Only knows. So what's going against them? So I've learned obstacles, outside influences. So what's going to go against them in the first half of the game for Paris Saint Germain? Germany. Look, I'm dyslexic. 5 of Wands. It's not your shoe size. So can they measuring it up? There's a measuring stuff. So there's gonna be a bit of competition going on. There's gonna be a bit of a battle and competition. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about these guys. I can't. I'm asking you. Do they lose their temper quite quickly? Do they flare up, or are they in its game? Because we've got 2 5s here. Yeah. So if I was giving Paris Saint a German, a card reading, I would be saying, watch your behaviors in the game, your attitude in the game. Don't get into the competition mode. Keep your focus on the game and not what the other players are doing. Obviously you got to watch the ball. I'm not stupid. I know that part, but what I'm saying is like, keep your eyes on the game. Don't get caught up in strategies that they may use to try and get a reaction out of it. Because this 5 of Swords is not, that's someone being competitive in it to win it, but they will play dirty, right? Now, I'm not accusing. This is all legislative purposes only. I'm just putting game over, 5 of Wands, All right, so let's have a look. Inter Milan. I can't even pronounce it. Why do I get these? Yeah, all right. All trial and error, innit? So here we go. What's going against them in the first half? Right, because we're going to read the energy of it. Knight of Pentacles. These cards really crack me up. Can't take anything seriously, can you, with these cards? Ride the waves, baby. So I can see when I look at these cards. Come on. Right. They're a bit, so they're using, I think they're using more strategy than they are actually putting their effort into the play, right? Because Knight of Pentacles is they're not being leaders, they're being fighters. I just see a malicious side. I might be wrong, Don't shoot the messenger. Literally, right? Again, this is legislative. I don't know about football, right? But I've got here the Knight of Pentacles, it's just, it's a bit slow. So it's more strategy for them. So they're using this because Swords is air, which is words, is communication, thoughts, the thought process and that. So they're using those tactics to get a rise. And if you think of the 5 of Wands is someone that's going, there's a bit of that's competition. Do you know what I mean? That level of competition. Will they arise with it? Or is it reversed? I don't. I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys who knows about football. I'm just a tarot reader. Doing their utmost. But that's the first half. Yeah. And I'm already dragging this out. Sorry, guys. Right. The second half for Paris Saint-Germain. It does look like the feminine. Oh, there we go. The feminine energy look. She's like, oh, God, just get on with it. Just get on with it. Right. The first half. Right. Laying the foundations. Oh, Magician card. They're going to re-strategize. So I'm getting more like, right, the first half is not, I wouldn't say they're not going to get goals or anything like that, but what I'm seeing is the strategies that they're using or the tactics or the reactions they're responding to these guys is not good, but they're going to change their tactics a little bit. Okay, better put a crystal on that, right? So they're going to change the tactics a little bit. Magician's about opportunities. So there are going to be some opportunities that may arise in the second half that will give them a bit of a chance, an opportunity here for Inter Milan. So Inter Milan, we'll look at the obstacles in a minute. Inter Milan. Sarah's going to have to tell me how I say this. Just so, yeah. Yeah, right, okay. 9 of Pentacles. Well, they're feeling that they feel strong in their position here. 9 of Pentacles about I've got this, I'm working on it, I'm independent, things are looking good, I'm independent. This is all reminds me of a single card, someone who's single and they're independent, they got what they got going on. But looking at that they seem to be they're changing I think they're going to change their strategy a little bit. So the first half, I think they're trying to get the other players edgy. Yeah, that's how I feel with the vibe. But the second half, they're more in the game. I think they're more grounded into the game. Yeah, so I don't know, is it a tactic they normally play on that? Yeah, you tell me. I don't know. Right, obstacles. The obstacles, the outside influences that could affect the game on this side. I ain't gonna say it, but I let you read it. So this is yeah. Remember when I was saying not to give up? Keep to that hope. There. So they might come a bit complacent. It might feel like it's dragging for them. And it's like, what's the point? We're gonna lose. And they're gonna have this mentality. So all you footballers out there, right? I ain't taking sides, but if you're in the game, you need to be giving them some pep talks on your thing, going, doing your stuff where it's singing or getting them fired up, getting them fired up, getting that boost back up with them, yeah, because it looks like they're going to be drinking the poison otherwise, and they're going to get caught up in their mentality, but it's because it's the strategy that they do. I'm going to go and look at what was beneath in a minute. Right, okay, so the obstacles for them. How am I doing so far? What do you think? A person who doesn't know football. How am I doing so far? Right, okay, so here we go. For the worst for them, 3 of Cups. They get too cocky. So that could go against them in the long run, in the long term. You've got to have a balance here. I'm kind of wanting these guys to win more than I'm wanting these to win. I'm feeling more pulled and drawn to this side. More because they're doing it just feels really dirty. Dirty buggers, you know? So they are, the obstacles, the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is about celebrations. To me, they're just getting a bit cocky with it, getting a bit like, yeah, we've got it in the bag. We know what we're doing. So they come forth into a slow, taking things really slow. Maybe that's where they put all the effort in, but they're knackered on the second half. And then they go in all, in more physical. Who knows? Right? 4 of Wands is like the foundation, like a foundation card, like happy times. This can swing either way. The energy I'm wanting these guys to win more so. Is that my interpretation? So what's going beneath? Because in the last reading, Yeah, it was looking really favourable, but looking back on the cards, and I did re-watch it, and I thought, yeah, it wasn't like so convincing. It was supportive. Yeah. Right. Outside influences. This is Sarah. This is my dark and demon. Not demon, but my dark deck. This is my new deck, by the way. There you go. Copycat. Oh. That would represent with the Five of Wands, because, like, the responses that you make, you react to, and they people feed on it. Do you know what I mean? They feed on the vibe and the energy. Yeah. Getting played, manipulated, lies and controlled behind the scenes. So there's manipulation going on. Oh dear. Naughty, naughty. That's what I gotta say. Naughty, naughty. So there's some manipulating tactics, which would represent with here as well. All right, okay. Burning evidence. Now that's not literally, come on. It's not that literally, but it's more, it's fire energy. So getting people fired up enough so they're not paying attention to the game. That's how I'm feeling this game is gonna go. So how's it looking at the final end? And I'm gonna pull each a tarot deck. I tried Brian. So we look at Paris. How is it looking for them at the finals, the final end? How is it gonna look? The Moon card. Suspicious. Eight of Pentacles. They're gonna have to put the work in. Two of Swords. It's gonna be a bit of a conflict. Can you see the cards? Bit of a conflict there. They're gonna have to put the work in. And they have to not react and respond. This game's gonna be heated. I really do. So how's it looking for the Inter Milan? How's it looking on the Inter Milan? Eight of Swords. Nine of Wands. Is this going to be a tie? I tell you what, they're coming with attitude. That's how I see it. They're coming with attitude. Yeah, look. It's not really giving me a clear cut. It's not giving me a clear cut. Why? I'm getting just the vibe and energy. All right, it's bugging me now. Speculation. Yeah, they need to. Flattery. Yeah, see, they're cocky. They got to keep their head in the game. If they don't keep their head in the game, I feel they're gonna lose by the strategy of them. They got to keep their cool. That's how I feel. So it's down to these players, how they respond and react to the beginning of the game. I'm gonna leave it that because it's a long way. I only meant to do a short one, but it's bugging me, right? I'm not saying it's looking favourable with these either, but what I'm saying is they're more using mental strategy. That's how I feel. They're using mental strategy, not their football strategies. But tell me what you think. Let me know. because I'm still open to give this a go. I ain't giving up until I can predict a football win. Thank you, Sarah, for sending me the link, and Ken, and sending you lots of love. And yeah, guys, I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye from now.